Okay, so let's pause to let the mind and body settle. And hear the stillness. In that stillness, in the silence, there is deep aliveness. If we listen deeply to the silence, we'll hear within it the rustling of the trees, the speech of the birds, the trickling and gurgling of the mountain stream, the silent flowing of the great river. The infinite slowness of the rising of the mountains, the depth of the ocean, the beating of your own heart, and all the other thousands and millions of hearts, human and non-human. The swirling of the ocean currents, the rushing of the winds, the ceaseless teeming activity of the cells of your body, millions upon millions of them created, being born and dying every second. If we listen deeply enough, we can hear our own thoughts, not just the thoughts that appear in our conscious mind, but this conscious awareness that we truly are, consciousness of everything that is around this planet, our innumerable brothers and sisters, all the living beings that are all alive in you, in me, in us, in the great single limitless mind of Gaia, in whom we live and move and have our being. You and I are not two, but one. You and I and us and all and everyone. This is the seamless web of life that has woven itself for 3.5 billion years on this earth. And it is now coming to a new consciousness of itself, in which we have a part to play. So let us give thanks for the unbelievably miraculous gift of life, and of self-awareness. And let's take away the knowledge that we can, since we have understanding, then we have an opportunity to dedicate ourselves to the defense of life. We need not move into the future with fear, because life is bigger than we think. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you again. And so next week, yeah, I'm going to send out a link to this talk anyway, because even if I decide to postpone talking about that, it'd be good to have time to take it in. So this is an interview with Joanna Macy, who I think you all know who she is. Or, yeah. And the interviewer is Jem Bendell, who Martina and Rowena know, because his work on deep adaptation was the basis of the ecological weekend meeting that we had at Gomde Centre near Doncaster. And yeah, well, can't remember that. Anyway, he's done a series of YouTube conversations with different people about this idea of deep adaptation, basically saying we have to change the conversation. We're not any longer talking about, how can we avert climate change and collapse. We have to talk about how are we going to get through it, because it's going to happen. And Joanna Macy, I think, I don't know who better he could have chosen to interview about that question. And it's quite moving for me, because I did actually work with Joanna Macy in the early 80s. She's now over 90, and it's amazing to see, that she's still such a passionate fighter, and a very brilliant mind, and a deeply compassionate human being. So it's a really interesting talk. Okay. So thank you, and
Thank you.
yeah, yes. See you next week.
See you next
Stay
week.
safe.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Just a very quick word after everyone else has left, very quickly. Okay, so yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hi, yeah, no, it was just to say, I left a couple of messages for you. I don't know if you got them.
I did just before we started.
Just before the meeting. And then I thought I don't want to leave it too long, so I have replied to Kerry saying, please send it out now. I don't know what he's going to say, and he's he's not necessarily very persuadable about things like that. But I've said what I could say about why I thought it wasn't. He said people are getting too many emails. I haven't been getting hundreds of emails from Jem Yang. Have you?
No.
And lots of Zoom meetings. Well, there's bound to be lots of Zoom meetings, because everything's now on Zoom. So we were doing 6 classes a week at Jamyang, and now we're not doing any physical ones. So I couldn't quite understand what he was getting at. But anyway, I've said that. So if he says no, it's got to go out. Well, I suppose
But I was wondering, maybe we could ask if it could go high up in the newsletter, in terms of order. If he did.
Well, yeah. I don't. Yes, we could ask that. but then he'll probably say, well, everyone wants to be.
Everything's important. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, everything's important. Yeah, yeah. So I'll wait and see what he says. But I guess we just, you know, we just go with it. If he says no, I'm going to do it this way, then we'll just roll with the punch.
Yeah,
But I did see, you know, I think this is very important, and it's you know, it's very topical, and we want to do it now. And anyway, we'll just see what happens.
So we're putting it back a week anyway. Do you think?
Yeah, well, it's getting late in the day now to advertise it for next Tuesday, I think. But,
Yeah, it's too short, too short notice. Isn't it, really?
yeah. So I think, you know, a week's not. It's going to still be topical
Yeah.
a week further down the line.
Sure.
Yeah, no. So I don't know that there's much really to discuss, because I just didn't want to leave it any longer. I thought if he's sent it this afternoon, that's better than tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway, perhaps I was
Yeah,
getting
that'll be fine. Be fine.
yeah, it'll be fine.
However it is, I guess
Yeah.
the people who will need to see it won't they?
Yeah.
They'll pick up on it.
So I put on my to-do list for today, but it might be tomorrow now, to contact Stefan Grimshaw
Oh.
and Bowden, and
Yes,
say,
yes.
you know, what about it? Would they be willing to do something? And I mean, I guess there's more possibilities now in that. Yeah, if that's kind of the first event, if we have a meeting a week on Tuesday, kind of form a group, if you like, and take soundings from people about what they want. But if they, as I think they might, you know, say, well, you know, this would be a great thing to do, then again, you know, this business with everything being online. Not that it will necessarily be online, because hopefully the lockdown will be over in some point in the reasonably near future. But of course, we can do it online, and things are getting done, and there might be something to be said for it, because we could, you know, we could merge, if you like, the group that met at Gomde with this emerging group. So there were different possibilities. That's what I'm saying. You know, we could decide to make it a live event just for jamming people, or we could make it a Zoom thing, and then it could perhaps be the joining together of the two groups.
I mean, I could well imagine it would be good for it to be online, because I think even when things get lifted, it's going to take a long time, I would imagine, before people really get back to being close together again. That could take ages, couldn't it? You know,
well, I don't know. I mean, they're not going to lift the lockdown until they think it's safe, are they?
well, the lockdown in terms of, you know, going to shops and going to work and that sort of thing, but actually meeting together in, you know, closely social situation, you know, like say we were at Gomde, or sitting in a circle, that kind of setup, might be quite a while before that becomes viable again, I'm thinking. But also people might be, you know, hesitant about.
Maybe hesitant initially, but what I would have thought is that if there's any risk at all, they will not lift the lockdown, because if they lift it, then, you know, the thing could suddenly, you know, break out again. Do you see what I mean? The whole thing is it's an exponential process, and as soon as, you know, there's one infected person and other people are getting infected, you don't know where it's going. You don't know where it's going to stop. You see what I mean? So, and there is a period where after which people are no longer infectious. So if they haven't had any cases for that many weeks, then it's not going to suddenly break out. I mean, it could be, of course, people flying in would be a different question. I think, you know, flights that may take a lot longer. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just speculating, because we really don't know what's going to happen, do we?
No, we don't.
We don't know. So yes, there's a bit more certainty if we plan it online. That's true. And of course, but there's this other question of, do we therefore want to make it, you know, open it up, or would it be good to kind of try and bring those two groups together, which is a possibility?
I just thinking, you know, off the top of my head, just now while we're thinking about it, I'm wondering if it's the first group we're doing,
Yeah,
first activity as an eco-dharma event at Jamyang, whether the Jamyang community, it might be,
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be the first event, does it?
no.
So yeah, we might want to do something just as a Jamyang group first. Yeah,
Yeah, to build
beyond just the initial meeting. Yeah,
yes, to build some, sense of
yeah,
a community feel
yeah.
to that. Whereas if we're bringing in other people,
yes, yeah.
it's sort of like building some sort of
Mm.
feeling of a group dynamic, I suppose, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously, this is something that is going to change a lot anyway, isn't it? I mean, the Jamyang community is going to be a different animal because of all this online stuff.
Yeah.
So, very interesting. And I don't quite know, maybe it's more going to be an eco-dharma meeting. And, it's we're organizing it from Jamyang, if you like, Jamyang, in a sense, hosting it. But so I'm just kind of opening up,
I mean, I haven't got a strong, yes, I haven't got a strong feeling about it. I mean, I could almost imagine it going with the flow of what comes up, when we have our session and what Stefan thinks.
Yeah. So just, bringing these thoughts up for us to both go and think about and maybe come together and chat again, perhaps.
Yeah.
Before the meeting and then again after the meetings, and just kind of continue to explore the way things seem to be evolving.
Yeah. But I mean, because on the other hand, if there is that dynamic going with Stefan and with, the people who are connected through Gomday, something to be said, isn't there, for that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they would probably be would want to attend if they knew it was happening, and there's no reason why we shouldn't tell them that it's happening. So I think maybe we'll consider perhaps doing a different event first, which is just for Jamyang, but then a bit further down the line, do something similar, not perhaps exactly the same, but similar to what we did at Gomday. And invite them and maybe other people and just see what happens.
Yes, I mean, yeah. I mean, we could hold it open, couldn't we, and see what emerges.
Exactly. Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Okay.
However it comes out in the newsletter, it will be fine. I'm sure. People will come who want to come. Connect.